Hi family, welcome back to this entertaining video. Today, we dive deep into the captivating world of a woman who redefines beauty, ambition, and boldness, all wrapped in the elegance of confidence. Her name? Dahyana Gaitán. A name that echoes through the digital runway, where every step she takes turns into a trend, every glance becomes a headline, and every image she shares is a statement of power. She's more than a model. She's a movement. From the colorful streets of Colombia to the global screens of millions, Dahyana is not just followed, she's admired, debated, and celebrated. In this video, we'll explore her rise, her challenges, her secrets, and her undeniable influence. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single second. So sit back, turn up the volume, and let's uncover the story of a woman who turned the internet into her empire. She came from a small town most people couldn't even point to on a map, but that's where the story of Dahyana Gaitán begins. Born in the quieter corners of Bogotá, she grew up surrounded by simplicity, scarcity, and dreams that felt too big for the narrow streets around her. But even as a child, Dahyana had something rare, a spark in her eyes, a hunger for more, and a feeling deep inside that she was meant for something greater. At the age of 14, everything changed. Her family moved to Medellin, a city bursting with life, chaos, and opportunity. It was her first real taste of a bigger world. And for a girl who had never truly seen the lights of ambition, it was overwhelming, but magnetic. The transition wasn't easy. She was different, her accent, her style, her silence. At times, she felt invisible. At others, underestimated. But instead of shrinking, Dahyana began to evolve. She watched, she listened, she adapted. Piece by piece, she started building something powerful, a sense of self, a sharpened confidence, a quiet determination. In Medellin, the noise became music. The struggle became fuel. And the city that once made her feel like a stranger, slowly became her stage. It wasn't long before she stepped in front of a camera, not as a shy girl hiding behind the lens, but as a young woman ready to own it. That first click, that first pose, it was the beginning of her digital rise. And from there, the world began to watch. In the early days of her teenage years, while many girls were still figuring out who they wanted to be, Dahyana was already sculpting her future. She stood in front of the mirror not just to admire her reflection, but to understand it, to learn how to own it, control it, and eventually, monetize it. She entered the world of modeling quietly, no red carpets, no grand entrance, just a bold young woman and a camera. But what she brought with her was different. She wasn't trying to fit in with the glossy, polished faces of traditional fashion. She brought rawness, boldness, and authenticity. Her first photo shoots weren't high-budget productions, they were daring, intimate, and powerful. Whether it was swimwear, lingerie, or streetwear, Dahyana knew exactly how to command attention without saying a word. Her body became her brand, her gaze a signature, and her style, unapologetically sensual, made people look twice. She wasn't chasing trends, she was building her own lane. While others modeled clothes, she modeled confidence. She didn't just show skin, she showed control. And in an industry full of copy-paste beauty, she stood out like a whispered secret the world wanted to hear louder. That was the turning point. Dahyana wasn't just taking pictures. She was crafting an identity. One frame at a time, she was becoming a symbol, not of perfection, but of presence. In a world saturated with images, she didn't just add to the noise, she created a visual symphony. With every bold photo, every captivating look, and every fearless pose, Dahyana crafted a story that millions couldn't ignore. Her feed wasn't just a gallery of beauty, it was a statement of empowerment, confidence, and authenticity. Swimwear, lingerie, or casual chic, each image was carefully curated to highlight not just her curves, but her personality and strength. Slowly but surely, the numbers climbed. From a handful of followers, she surged past hundreds of thousands, now boasting over 800,000 loyal fans from every corner of the globe. They weren't just admiring her looks, they were drawn to her magnetic presence, her fearless self-expression, and the way she owned her identity unapologetically. Instagram wasn't just a platform for Dahyana, it was a launchpad. A place where she turned likes into influence, followers into a community, and images into a powerful personal brand. This was the moment she became more than a model, she became a digital icon. These platforms gave her the power to connect directly with her most loyal fans, offering content that was more personal, more daring, and completely her own. No middlemen, no restrictions, just Dahyana, her creativity, and her audience. This move was bold. It challenged traditional norms and sparked conversations about independence, empowerment, and the evolving landscape of digital influence. But for Dahyana, it was never about controversy, it was about freedom. Through FanCentro, she transformed her following into a thriving business, turning her online presence into a steady source of income. It gave her financial independence and creative control like never before. This step didn't just boost her earnings, it cemented her status as a digital entrepreneur. Dahyana wasn't just a model or influencer anymore, she was the architect of her own empire, redefining what it means to be successful in the modern age. Behind every stunning photo lies a disciplined routine that Dahyana embraces with dedication and grace. She understands that beauty is not just skin deep, it's a holistic journey that blends physical health with mental well-being. Her day often begins with fitness, a carefully tailored regimen of workouts designed to sculpt her physique, boost her energy, and maintain that enviable glow. Whether it's strength training, yoga, or cardio, Dahyana treats her body as a temple, fueling it with movement and respect. Skincare is another sacred ritual. She invests time in cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting her skin, often indulging in spa treatments that rejuvenate her complexion and restore balance. Facials, masks, and natural oils are part of her arsenal, helping her maintain that fresh, dewy appearance that fans admire so much. But what truly shines through is her authenticity. Unlike many who turn to extensive cosmetic procedures, Dahyana opts for subtlety, enhancing what nature gave her rather than masking it. She believes that real beauty comes from confidence and being comfortable in your own skin. This natural approach doesn't just make her look stunning, it tells a story of self-respect and discipline that resonates with thousands. It's a reminder that glamour and health can go hand in hand, and that true allure is rooted in how you care for yourself from the inside out. In a digital age flooded with edited images and artificial enhancements, Dahyana's radiant, natural beauty is a breath of fresh air, a beacon of authenticity that inspires others to embrace their own unique selves. Her followers aren't passive observers, they're active participants in her journey, sharing thousands of likes, heartfelt comments, and messages of encouragement every single day. From the simplest "you're stunning" to longer testimonials about how her confidence inspired others to embrace their own bodies, the response is overwhelmingly positive and genuine. Comments flood in from all corners of the world, people admiring her beauty, yes, but also praising her authenticity and courage to be unapologetically herself. Many fans talk about how seeing her fearless posts helped them break free from their own insecurities, reminding them that self-love is a powerful act. This interaction goes beyond numbers, it's a real-time conversation between Dahyana and a global audience that looks to her as more than just a model, but as a role model, a symbol of empowerment. Her Instagram feed is peppered with replies, thank yous, and moments where she acknowledges her fans, making the connection feel personal and heartfelt. The energy in her community is electric. It's a space where beauty meets bravery, where admiration turns into motivation, and where followers find a safe haven to celebrate their own uniqueness, inspired by the woman who leads by example. This dynamic exchange is a key reason Dahyana's influence keeps growing. She's not just sharing images, she's sparking confidence, building self-esteem, and nurturing a movement of positive change, one comment, one like, and one post at a time. Despite the spotlight, she remains deeply connected to her roots, a love for traditional Colombian music that fills her downtime, reminding her of home and heritage. The rhythms and melodies aren't just background noise, they're a source of comfort and inspiration that keep her balanced amid the whirlwind of fame. Her humility shines through every interaction and decision. Fame hasn't changed her, instead, it has deepened her appreciation for the simple joys of life, quiet moments with family, heartfelt conversations with close friends, and time spent reconnecting with herself away from the noise. Dahyana sees herself not as an untouchable star, but as a real woman who loves what she does. She embraces her journey with gratitude, always mindful that behind every achievement is hard work, vulnerability, and the desire to stay true to who she really is. This side of her, the private, unfiltered Dahyana, is what makes her relatable and beloved. It's a reminder that behind every digital icon lies a human being with dreams, fears, and a heart that beats for more than just applause. In knowing this, her fans don't just admire her looks or her success, they connect with her story, her soul, and her sincere love for life beyond the camera's gaze. Her boldness, the very thing that made her stand out, also drew sharp criticism and sparked controversy. In a world that often judges women for owning their sexuality and expressing themselves freely, Dahyana found herself at the center of heated debates. Conservative voices questioned her choices, labeling her content as too daring or inappropriate. Rumors and gossip tried to overshadow her success, attempting to paint her narrative in a negative light. But instead of retreating, Dahyana faced these challenges head-on with resilience and grace. She refused to let societal expectations define her or silence her voice. Every criticism became fuel, every rumor an opportunity to demonstrate strength and authenticity. She used her platform not only to showcase beauty but to challenge stereotypes and encourage conversations about empowerment and freedom of expression. Her ability to navigate the thin line between controversy and admiration has made her story more than just about looks, it's about courage in the face of judgment, and the relentless pursuit of self-acceptance in a world quick to judge. In embracing both praise and critique, Dahyana has carved out a space where she controls the narrative, proving that being true to oneself is the most powerful statement of all. She dreams of expanding her influence into new arenas, from acting to entrepreneurship, eager to challenge herself and explore every facet of her creative potential. Her ambition is not just about personal success, but about building a legacy. For Dahyana, the future is about breaking barriers and opening doors for the next generation of women who dare to dream differently. She wants to be more than a model or influencer, she strives to be a mentor and a symbol of empowerment for young girls everywhere. Her story, of rising from humble beginnings to global recognition, is a beacon for anyone who believes in the power of self-expression and independence. Through her journey, she shows that with courage, discipline, and authenticity, it's possible to shape your own destiny. As she continues to evolve and inspire, Dahyana remains committed to encouraging her followers to embrace their uniqueness, pursue their passions fiercely, and never let anyone else define their worth. In a world hungry for real voices and real stories, Dahyana Gaitán is not just a name, she's a movement, lighting the way for the future.